Hello and welcome to Jade Empire Special Edition. I know I have a playthrough started on my channel, but that has been scrapped. I know I have been extremely passive on my channel lately, but there's been multiple reasons for that, and I intend to get back on track. With a bit of luck, it should be possible to get done. One of the main issues I've had is the fact that there's been a lot of background noise that I can't control. And my buddy, if he decides to start getting noisy, which he usually does as soon as I start talking, it's a sound intrusion I cannot prevent. I'm sorry about that. The initial idea of doing this playthrough was to play it blind because I completed it when I bought it years ago, so it would be semi-blind. But role-playing games I don't think work very well when you play them blind, because you end up fumbling around looking for stuff and things like that. And while this game is relatively linear, I allowed myself to complete it very recently, so I have an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Music has been completely turned down, and cutscenes, because I cannot control the music volume in the cutscenes, it will be muted, unfortunately, because I don't want videos on YouTube to get flagged because of the music. So that's how it's going to be. Other things I should mention probably is that I will be following the open palm style, which means so-called good whatever. I'm not very good at playing evil characters in any type of game. I don't like being nasty, not even in a computer game where there's no personal consequence. I just don't. It doesn't sit with me. So, but that being said, I am going to create a custom character, and I'm going to be using the poster girl. Woo, the Lotus Blossom. She was more or less the poster girl. I think all of the characters in this game was at one point or another poster girl, poster guy. But she is the one associated most with this game, I think. I'm pretty sure she's one of the predominant characters on the box. This is right next to me. No, the predominant character on the box is Death's Hand. But, oh well, never mind. Customize. The reason I'm going to customize is mainly because I want to get rid of Legendary Strain. Come on, please. Because something I learned by experience is that while Legendary Strike is being told to be this amazing martial arts style, it's too slow. Because from experience, I've learned that you either want something like White Demon, which is very, very slow and ponderous, or you want something like 1,000 Cuts, which is very, very fast. Leaping Tiger is also very fast, but it's usually defaulted to magic characters, and 1,000 Cuts is for so-called fast characters. But 1,000 Cuts, Heavenly Wake is a support style. It can slow and it can trigger a harmonic combo if you kill enemies while they are under the effect of the power attack slow. They can spawn health power up, as you can see. Something that you also need to be aware of in this game is the special edition. It's mainly items and more fighting styles, because you have martial arts, weapons, magic, support, and what's it called? Oh, transformation styles, I think it's called. Difficult word. And the special edition added more styles, but to be honest, you need 1, maybe 2 melee or martial, 1, maybe 2 support, 1 magic, and I used the transformation style twice when I was completing the game with another character. So the special editions I would consider to be fluff more than anything. But anyway, let us get started. And I will just stick with the name, it's perfectly fine. I accept. Tutorial land, by the way.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
1 more match then?
Happily. I feel that I learn something every time I face you. Even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
Alright, show me your best.
Let us begin.
Indeed. I'm playing with mouse and keyboard, by the way. I do have a controller, but it's not very reliable, so... And we can block. I tend to forget to block. And chi heal, you can use your chi to heal. And then you're taught about power attacks, which will break a block. But the charge up time is very long. Come on, evade please. Now we have to beat him. I think I keep calling it Heavenly Wake. I'm fairly sure it's called Heavenly Wave, not Wake.
Did you see? Master Li was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching the students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Thank you for the bout.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Where's Master Li again?
Master Li just went into his house. It's just over there, as always. You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Chapter 1. When a master foretells of doom, a rival challenges for station, and the past haunts the present. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of 2 rivers. Master Li promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, even strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest and shadowy assassins who heed no law. This first set, I consider the 3 videos to be a set, by the way. Just going to be 20 minutes because of time constraints. But I will aim for half-an-hour videos. That is my goal. So...
Typical.
Yeah. Gal, he's the dimwit. I was about to say, well, he's a dimwit as well, but... The Old Tongue, Volume 1, Phil Fan, or The Old Tongue, was the native language of one of many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the empire was unified by Sagacious Qian, our first emperor. As the wars waged, constant shifts in territorial leadership spread the use of the old tongue. By the time Sagacious Qian formed the empire, the old tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire. I will not read these up because some of them are quite substantial and will take a while to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the screens up for about 5 seconds, so people can pause if they want to read them. It's just to try and keep the game flowing, because there can be quite a bit of dialogue, and while I was intending to only say the things that was required, or talk about the things that was required, something tells me that I need to delve in deeper to unlock certain things. One interesting observation was, or is, I completed this game first time with a male character, and there's a distinct difference in, however subtle, it is a bit subtle in certain circumstances, but there's definitely a difference in how the different NPCs communicate with you. So, student Wen.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
If you sorry, if you're here, you belong here.
You're right. Master Li would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
Well, I studied with him as long as I can remember.
You and Dawnstar both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
How well do you know the others at this school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
What do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why do you say that?
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I've seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
And of course, let's polish our ego, shall we? Have you heard anything special about me?
I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Well, let's ask the obvious question. Who doesn't?
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Li has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
You're fairly new here. Tell me about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
What brought you to this school?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
What will you do when you're done training here?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
Take care, I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
I don't want to go into their backgrounds and things like that because it's just taking time, but I should be able to spar with him.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior. What can I...
Ah, would you be interested in sparring?
It would be an honor. Are you sure you have time?
No, that's why I ask. I can always use the practice, or more like, I can always use the experience you gain. Let's begin.
Excellent. Let's find a quieter spot to spar. Once we're finished, I'll have to return here and continue my meditations.
Oh, that was difficult. $32 experience gained for beating up him. So, got 3 minutes on this video, so let's just have a quick talk with Smiling Mountain. If you can hear anything for the background noise, just superficial. Yabba yabba.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Can I ask you some things about the school?
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Tell me about the philosophies you mentioned.
Master Li is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Let's just get this part of the conversation in this video. Tell me about the way of the open palm.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Give me examples.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Sometimes conflict cannot be avoided.
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
Tell me about the way of the closed fist.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
So what is it if it is not evil?
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
What is the difference? The person dies each time.
The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Does this have any practical effect?
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
I want to go back to my previous
I am
questions,
charged with...
and I should go now.
Goodbye. I am here if you need anything.
You can buy certain things from him, which I don't want to, because while they have some bonuses, they also have some minor side effects, and the techniques I acquire, I will only want ones with positive bonuses. But I need to end this part here, so thanks for watching, take care, and see you again. Bye bye.